The following is a product of the Mousy Network and is archived on the Nanite Consentience as file U-3,648,921,174D9836756610 Silgobear 34-5539. I am called Holly and this is the transchronal podcast, Holly's Warm Nook, where we drink tea and discuss issues of import throughout the multiverse. Broadcast across the barriers to perception from Cedar Grove, mighty crossroads of the multiverse, and source of the finest rhubarb pie found among multiple civilizations. First, an announcement: cholera has been diagnosed on Thunder Monkey and is currently raging through the slums with hundreds of deaths and thousands of cases. For this reason, the health department has called for restrictions on travel to and from the island. If you must go, first drop by the clinic and get a universal booster. Today we have a special guest, a newly discovered Unka who has already been named the cartoonist by the people of Cedar Grove. He has only been with us a few weeks, having originated on a primitive alternative Earth with no knowledge of his own true nature. I have him on a second channel. Greetings Unka Ray, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you Holly, quite clearly. Thank you for inviting me on your show.
My pleasure Unka. Only a week after you arrived you experienced a catastrophic event requiring a great reset. Can you talk about your experience?
Well yeah, there was this ridiculous pirate ship blimp that crashed right on us. Then there was a gigantic white light and we all vaporized. I'm not sure what happened then. There were a lot of dreams, a lot of things happened that I don't understand. I traveled to other worlds and spoke with incredible beings. I'm still trying to figure out what it all meant.
Finding meaning in events is an illusion that humans use to hide from the truth.
I suppose, it was pretty intense. Anyway, I found a guide, or he found me and he led me back into the light of day, and everything was normal again.
Yes, the explorer is yet to recover from the effort he put into that little bit of magic. When he is fit again, the council means to try him for incompetence. Why? He set the emergency return portal for a direct course for the island. It never occurred to him the improbable might come through without guidance and with a damaged singularity containment. That single act of incompetence put 50,000 lives in danger. But he fixed it. Yes, using his Weaver ability he performed an act that is utterly beyond anything ever seen before. The nanites have put thousands of years of real-time study into the reset and they find that it is utterly beyond even their comprehension or experience throughout the known multiverse. Wow, tell Unka about your world. What was life like there? Yeah.
Okay, it was a dying world. We had built an industrial civilization that spanned the globe. We had robots on Mars and a colony on the moon. But multiple industrial disasters killed the oceans. Chemical and radioactive pollution wiped out the green algae and the result was a drop in dissolved oxygen levels that killed off all life in 3 oceans. At that point it was only a matter of time. Oddly, instead of reducing our production of industrial waste we increased it. When told that our species was about to hit a wall we put the pedal to the metal. When I left we were indulging in vast global over clean water supplies and arable land.
Yes, we know of many alternate worlds that are sterile of human life. Their cities stand as mute monuments to what has been lost. We call it the work of the Wetigo.
The Wetigo?
Wetigo, it's a term for a form of social disease. That is, a disease that societies get. It can take the form of a warlike fascist government, or a vast death cult, but there is no actual purpose to it, save an everlasting hunger for human flesh that can never be satisfied.
Thanatos, that's what we called it, humanity's subconscious desire for self-destruction. It's heartening to know there are human worlds where Wetigo doesn't rule.
Tell us more about your world.
Okay, we were mostly ocean. We had vast salt seas teeming with life. So many kinds of life, we were still discovering new ones as we extincted species by the thousands. We had awe-inspiring mountains, and forests, and glaciers shining in the sun. We had beautiful and intelligent people, artists, poets, engineers, mathematicians, cooks. In another 100 years we will all be gone and desert will blow sand dunes down the empty streets.
Go on.
I'm sorry, it makes me really sad to talk about it. Can we change the subject?
The nanites point out that human sexual repression is one of the source vulnerabilities that Wetigo feeds on. They also report that your source world relied on a global patriarchy as a template for social order. Is this true? Did you nurture your self-destruction with patriarchy?
I don't begin to understand how these things worked, but it seemed to me that by controlling women's sexuality we ultimately put a price on intimacy. We had a gigantic porn industry, which was really only a symptom of a bottomless pit of simple loneliness. We lost the cohesion of the human pack, each of us isolated and the target of malevolent media. Yes, I can see we became an easy target for this Wetigo thing.
You can't analyze the willful self-destruction of an entire global society and the extermination of humans as a species in such simple terms. I'm sure there were many interlocking causes, all leading to one dismal outcome. Tell me, how are you relating to the women you encounter here on Cedar Grove?
I find them very intimidating. I've never seen such fit, healthy people. Most of them look like athletes, men and women. But nobody is shy either. I've seen elderly folk dance naked in front of a crowd. I've seen many open displays of affection, with both sexes. Nobody gives it a second glance. Various genitals casually exposed, naked children running through the market. They keep trying to hug me, I have to fend them off. I understand there are sexual Olympics and giant religious orgies.
Yes, at some point your apostleship must be certified by Gaia, and you will be free to roam the multiverse. If you fail, we will have to kill you.
Kill me?
Yes, kill you. Tell me now, before we run out of time, how do you like our cuisine?
Your food? We hardly ever ate bugs where I'm from. And bugs 2 feet long were a rarity, though so far it seems nothing less than delicious and satisfying. Not at all slimy or gamey. And the way you combine sweet potatoes and rhubarb is just a revelation. I can't say anything for the bright green bubbly stuff in the bowl.
The Grood? The Grood is an antimicrobial wet cleanser for your hands. You probably shouldn't drink it. I am contractually obligated by our patron Cedar Grove Intergalactic Rhubarb Pie to ask if you have tried one of our pies yet?
Yes, I have, and I have to admit to finally experiencing a staggering new level of ecstatic gustation I had not previously known to exist. It was the kind of experience that starts religions. We had nothing like this on our world. CGIR, you have my eternal loyalty and love, please keep making them.
And with that I must end our program for today. Stay tuned to Tachyon Channel 51 for Patsy's cooking show. This week she will demonstrate the proper rituals for deliquescing Morty.